I'm Sabrina, and this is The Creative Edge. Whether it's a philosophy, a mindset shift, or a technical skill, everyone experiences something that makes them move with a new energy. I'm here to uncover what takes people from good to great. Let's dive in. What did you bring us to drink today?
Okay, today I have brought something that when I first drank it, I thought it was kind of odd and I ended up really liking it. Literally signature brand from Vaughn's. It's Vaughn's brand, key lime flavored sparkling water.
I'm so excited to try this.
Yes, it's a little sweet, but it's lime flavored. My father-in-law actually, he drank these all the time. He still does drink them all the time. And when we were over there, like my first time visiting, like it's just all sparkling water. They love sparkling water. And I remember this flavor just stuck out. And now my husband and I will just buy it occasionally when we're craving it because it's so good. So I hope you like it.
Also, I feel like I'm so bad at hydrating, so the fact that you got me a nice big
Yes.
bottle, I'm going to be so hydrated
That
today.
is, it's good tasting water, which is nice.
All right, cheers.
Yay. It's good.
Like, that shouldn't be that good.
And there's just subtle fizz. It's not overwhelmingly fizz.
What has taken you from good to great?
I think what's taken me from good to great is to finally learn how to find balance in my life.
What does balance mean to you?
Making sure that like in my days, my weeks, my months, I'm able to fit everything that makes me happy or makes me feel successful, whatever it is, that I'm able to fit that in my days. Like I think the days get so busy, you're trying to tackle it all and accomplish everything all at once, where really that just isn't feasible. And as I've gotten older, I've just realized that the things that I want to accomplish, I need to prioritize. And in order to prioritize those things, I'm also going to have to find moments of stillness and taking care of myself. In words, it sounds simple, but actually in practicing, it's hard. It's really helped me just focus on what's important to me.
Mm-hmm. And what is important to you, Brooke?
Good question. I guess from a professional standpoint, my job is really important to me. So how can I, fill that cup of finding success with my career and my goals, while also finding balance with things that fill my cup, like finishing a book. Like when I finish a book, I get really excited. So I need to make sure that like in my busy days, I might not want to read for 30 minutes, but if I'm not going to do it at the end of the day, then I'm going to make sure I get up early enough to do it in the beginning of the day, because that is something that fills my cup, finds me balance, recenters me.
What you're sharing is so essential to all of us to live a successful life, and I think a lot of us don't even know how to put it into words of what it is that we need to do for ourselves to be our best version. What would you say your life was like before you prioritized balance?
I think when I didn't have balance or was trying to seek balance, or what was really actually making me happy, I was just kind of caught in this like comparison trap of like what I thought was like what I thought were my goals, or what I thought I needed to do to be happy. And I think just in the day that like society that we live in, we're on our phones, we're seeing social media, even if we don't really want to. I feel like when I didn't focus on my own balance or my own goals or my own why, I was just kind of like looking at what everyone else was doing and trying to like do everything. Like I was like, okay, well, like maybe I should try to like run more and like do a half marathon because someone else is doing that. So I think I was just losing sight of that, and I was just trying to like mesh myself into so many different forms. And then at the end of the week, I was just so exhausted because I was like, what am I trying to even achieve here?
I think you're totally spot on when it comes to comparing ourselves to other people, feeling like we're not doing enough, feeling like there's something that we need to be achieving just because someone else is. But when you actually put that power back in yourself and think, what actually makes my life better? What makes me feel more fulfilled? What makes me happier? Your whole entire life changes completely. Yeah. For someone who's looking to incorporate balance into their life and they don't know where to start, what would you say is step one in getting them on track for just a new perspective?
A great tool that like I've honestly used and I've found from being a manager was time blocking. That sounds so crazy, but it usually is a tool that people will use, to to keep themselves on task. If you have a bunch of tasks, what's important, what's a priority, what's things like that. I love the morning because I get to wake up still at 5 a.m. and I get to start my day with maybe reading or enjoying my cup of coffee. I get to get my workout in, eat my breakfast at home. Like now I get to clean my apartment. I get to meal prep for the week. I get to go on a walk, maybe watch one show with my cats, right? I have all these hours that I get to spend on how I can fill my cup before I get into the rest of my week. And it just helps make sure that like the things that are important to me are getting done. Again, I'm on social media all the time, but like if I sit and I start scrolling, like it's gonna be 40 minutes later and that's 40 minutes I just lost, right? And I only have so much time. So being able to have a plan almost every day, and it can be a loose plan, but something that, hey, I wanna make sure I get these 3 things done because they're really important to me. And I know if I get them done, like I'm gonna go to bed at night feeling like I had a day that was filled with things that made me really happy and also made my husband really happy because I got to maybe see him, or made my cats really happy because I spent 10 minutes making sure I pet them.
You're really challenging the idea that there actually is enough time in the day. There actually are enough hours in the day, but we're actually just using it kind of foolishly. Mm-hmm. And I think what you're talking about with social media, so many people get into doom scrolling, being on it, and like 45 minutes, an hour goes by and they don't even realize it. Yeah. If you had to describe your ideal day, start to finish, high level, what does that look like for you?
I'd probably sleep until like 6. That's definitely sleeping in for me, which I know sounds insane. My husband would also not have to work, so he would be like in bed next to me because we're both just like very busy. We would enjoy our coffee together, probably go on like a walk first, come back home, maybe get like a little lift in or a run, whatever, some sort of physical activity. I like to do right in the morning because I feel like I'm like not aware enough to know what's going on.
You're like still half asleep.
Yeah, so then I finish, I'm like, that was pretty awesome. So I like to do it early. After the workout, eat a nice breakfast, something simple at home. And then from there, probably cold plunge and sauna, maybe a breathwork class. For lunch, probably just like eat something at home or go like to a new lunch spot that we want. We love like sandwiches. So like try a new sandwich with my friend Sarah. We'll do that every Sunday. Definitely see my cats for some solid amount of time in the day. I love to bake. So maybe I'd bake something for like dessert that night. I do love to go out to dinner though. So like that would probably be the dinner plan, like some like rooftop vibe or like cute new place I've never been to. I don't like to overthink it. Just the things that I like to do with the people that I love.
When you find these things that you love doing, you have the power to repeat them every day if you want.
Yeah.
Being able to balance your life, prioritize what you want, it'll change your whole world.
Absolutely. Think of the things that make you happy as little daily vitamins, right? You want to take a little bit of that every single day, and there might be sacrifices that come with that. It's a discipline. You have to have that mindset to just make sure that you're able to do all the things that you want to do without making excuses for them.
What sacrifices have you made to have balance in your life?
It goes both ways. I think I've made sacrifices of not having as much free time as I'd like to have success in my career, right? I already work 40 hours at Orange Theory, but now I also teach breathwork. So, you know, I'm working a lot, but that's a sacrifice I've made because I love to do that. But on the other end of the spectrum, you know, like I said, like I do wake up early. I just know myself, and you don't have to be an early bird. I just cannot operate after 6 p.m. So unfortunately, that's my downfall in life. So like when I'm up early in the morning, I feel the most clear-headed I do. So like that's when, even if I don't have to be up that early, like just like getting up early to do the things that I want to do. It's not always going to happen at a convenient time, and you can't just like wait for that moment to happen because a random 30-minute interval on your Thursday afternoon probably isn't going to happen unless you make it happen.
I also love just like how vulnerable you are about the fact that none of it is perfect, right? Like life isn't perfect. We may set out today to do something that we don't get to accomplish, but every day is really a new opportunity.
It really is.
To really refocus on what worked well yesterday, what didn't work well, and how you can make little adjustments in your day to really go to bed at night feeling like you feel accomplished with all the things that you wanted to do. Now I want to jump into our Fast 5 segment to really dive into a little bit more about your daily rituals. Something I know you've touched on a bit during this, but are you an early bird or a night owl?
Definitely early bird. Honestly, my whole life. But I used to think that 8 a.m. was early, and now I'm like, that's a privilege. So now I'm even more of an early bird.
Do you wake up early even on the weekends too, or do you
Yeah.
you allow yourself to sleep in? No.
I mean, sleeping in is like 6 a.m. So, but usually like I'll still set an alarm. Like it's not going to be 6:15. It's like 6 a.m.
Wow. I need you to give me a call at 6 a.m. to get my butt out of bed.
It's okay.
What's your typical breakfast routine?
I make sourdough bread. So usually if I'm eating breakfast at home, it's going to be a sourdough bread with like peanut butter, maybe. Dates. I love dates right now. So they'll usually be on my breakfast in some capacity.
I also am a big date fan.
Yeah.
I know dates in the past. I feel like I've gotten a bad rep, but today I feel like they're booming.
They're like
everywhere.
the new cauliflower. My current obsession, it's Element chocolate salts. Everyone thinks the chocolate salts are so gross. They're probably like the last that you drink out of your pack aside from the mango chili. No offense if you like the mango chili. What I do is I take my tea kettle, I warm it up on the stovetop. My second cup of coffee, because I have 1 cup of coffee. I try not to have a second because I get kind of jittery and weird. So my second cup of coffee, because I still want something warm, is this chocolate salt with my hot water, and I add a scoop of creatine. Creatine's been super huge for me for just like mental cognition and focus. That combination has changed my life, honestly. It's like the best second warm drink. I do not drink iced coffee. I know, don't hate me. I only drink hot coffee. And then to top it off, I put a little bit of the cold foam vanilla flavored from Trader Joe's. Just try it. It'll change your life, even more so than time blocking.
What's your favorite hobby?
Probably reading or making bread or baking of some capacity. I bake like all sorts of things, but bread regularly throughout the week.
How did you get into bread making?
I actually didn't start during COVID. I know a lot of people did during that time. One of my coworkers actually did, and she brought me this bagel, and I was like, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. And the bagel was so delicious. So then she gave me some of her starter, and shout out Caitlin. I have been using it ever since. This was like 2 years ago, and now I bake bread and I sell bread. So hit me up if you want bread.
What's your favorite self-care ritual?
I would say working out. That is probably my biggest form of self-care. I have been really loving running, just headphones in. I really just like that prefrontal cortex. It definitely be turning off. So it's great.
That's amazing. And my final question for you today is, who do you go to for advice?
My mom, 100%. My mom is like my best friend. I love her. And she, like, ever since I was a little girl, like always tell me, like, have I ever led you astray? Or have I ever been wrong? She's always said that to me because I used to be very, very anxious. I still can be, but I don't think she's ever been wrong. I don't know how she does it. Maybe she has been, but like, she's too cute to care. So shout out mom. I still call her all the time. Like, she's just the best.
Moms really do know best.
They do.
Thank you so much for being on Creative Edge.
Of course, thank you
It's
for
been such
having
a
me.
pleasure, and I'm really excited to see all the balance that everyone's able to add into their routine
Yes.
after hearing this.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. New episodes drop each week, so subscribe so you don't miss what's next. If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate a 5-star review so that we can reach more people. See you next time to discover the next Creative Edge.